Chapter 9, Repercussions. Ooh, we love some repercussions. I mean, it has to happen at some point. Let's find out what the repercussions are. Time for another fun-filled day.
Cadence, I need to speak with you.
Mr. Wiley? What's wrong?
I found the missing pit instruments.
My heart nearly stops. No, how could he have already found them? I'm still curious what, her thought process is of, how do they connect how do they connect Cadence and Doug to the pit instruments ending up in the lake? Because I'm is she thinking, fingerprint evidence? Which I don't know how they would have that at this point in band camp. I don't know how she's oh, they find it in the lake. They'll know for sure it was me and Doug. So, anyway, I guess we'll find out. Words refuse to come to me. I freeze and stare at Mr. Wiley in horror, waiting for him to speak again.
I know it was you!
Where's the proof? What?
How could you lie to me, Cadence? I trusted you. I expect more from my drum major.
It wasn't my fault! I want to wail, but I can't throw Doug under the bus, too. I wait for Mr. Wiley's judgment in stunned silence. Wait, I get to go? Is she dreaming? Maybe she's dreaming. There's no way he'd let her leave.
Pack your bags. You're done.
No! Wait, Mr. Wiley, I can explain!
Go home, Cadence.
He's gone in the blink of an eye, leaving me shaking in the end zone. No, it can't be over. I can't be kicked out of marching band. How did everything go so wrong so quickly? Pop-Tart. Pop-Tart must have told him.
Wrong.
We're definitely dreaming. This is not happening right now.
I told him.
Doug? How could you? He laughs cruelly. The sound pierces my heart and my eyes well up. This isn't the Doug I know. Doug, what's wrong with you? You're acting strange.
No, Cadence. This is the real me.
You mean, you never liked me? All of that kindness was just an act?
Kindness. Is that what you call it?
Then the Doug I knew was a lie?
You really thought all this time that someone could be that stupid? How is that possible? You should have known it was all an act. Unless maybe you were the stupid one all along.
No! Tears break free from my eyes and run down my cheeks. Why would you do this? What did I ever do to you?
Call it revenge.
For what? Oh god, his hand! It's gone! Wait, you said hands plural. You still have one hand, sir.
For stealing my hands!
I wake up with a gasp. I knew it. Oh, thank goodness, it was all a dream. Doug isn't out to get me, and I haven't been kicked out of band. I'm as soon as Wiley's go home, I'm there's no way. However, the pit instruments are still at the bottom of the lake. I sure wish that was a dream, too. I sigh sadly.
Oh, no!
Bad dream? Yeah. I'd like to forget it as soon as possible.
Well, you better get moving. Don't want to be late.
Right. When I get to the field, I spot Doug hanging out with the pit, who all look rather paler than usual. He's innocently chattering away to Marion, who stares at him without saying anything.
Yeah, that's what happens.
And now half of the Hawaiian shirts in my collection don't fit anymore because I'm getting too big. The sleeves are too tight. And some of the long-sleeved ones come up to just past my elbow and my forearms get really cold.
He rolls back his shirt sleeve and feels his bulging muscle almost in an inquisitive manner.
Sometimes I feel like my biceps are going to burst out of my shirt. That would be funny. Like something you might see in a movie, you know?
Wow.
Amazing.
Isn't it?
I can't listen to this any longer. Marion just walks away, shaking her head, but Doug seems unfazed. As she passes by me, she halts briefly and locks me in her intense stare.
Ugh.
As I listen to that moron prattle on, my logical brain acknowledges that what he is saying is completely mindless and uninteresting. And yet, because of his attractive appearance, I hang on his every word. Incredible. Thanks for admitting to that, to the new girlfriend. I appreciate you, Marion. Marion continues on her way, looking disappointed in herself and life in general. I don't know whether to laugh or feel some semblance of pity. Suddenly, Doug spots me standing nearby. When he does, his entire face lights up and he comes bounding over.
Hey!
Cadence!
Doug! It's so great to see you with two hands.
Yeah, I love having two hands. Oh hey, and happy Twin Day! I remembered this time.
I smile in relief when I see his innocent face without a trace of guile in it. He would never report me to Mr. Wiley, even if I did steal his hands. Good job, Doug! Who are you twinning with?
My bass drum. Check it out.
Whoosh. Doug whips out a bandit mask and dons it with enough enthusiasm to produce a resounding slap as it meets his skin.
Ta-da!
Nice! Wait, is that a decal?
Yup. Makes me look mysterious, huh?
Super mysterious. I almost don't recognize my own boyfriend underneath the mask.
So who are you twinning with?
Susie.
Huh?
Who?
Let's go!
Enough talk! There is going to be absolutely no talking on the field today! Now everyone, run a lap!
What? The practice hasn't even started yet.
Run a lap! And when you're finished, go straight to stretching!
It's so early, not even everyone has shown up yet. But there's nothing we can do. We run a lap, and others join us in jogging as they show up.
Buttheads! It's 10 minutes past 8 a.m. You should have been here 25 minutes ago! To be early is to be on time. To be on time is to be late. To be late is to start running!
There is no talking, just frustrated grimaces and our own ragged breathing.
Time for stretches. As for you, Pit, you'll keep running laps until I figure out what to do with you.
Oof.
Oh
That's bad.
no! This is just awful.
Susie, shh! No talking, remember? After stretches, we start working on the beginning of Jupiter. I pass out the drill in silence. This is usually one of my favorite parts of band camp, but with Mr. Wiley in a terrible mood, all of the fun is sucked out of it. I'm so out of shape. I don't have much to do. I watch the pit continue their struggle. Their jogging slows to walking. I can see sweat shining on their foreheads. Since they don't march, they're lacking in the stamina the rest of the band has, and it shows. My guilt draws me to the water cooler on the edge of the field. I fill up as many cups as I can carry and run that out to them, not caring what Mr. Wiley will say. Luckily, he's too distracted, keeping some confused rookies in line. Hey, these are for you! After putting them through this, I feel the urge to be as nice to them as possible. I give each member of the pit a cup of water. They gulp it down gratefully. All except for Marion, who's staring at me. What?
I was just thinking.
Oh no. About what?
You're not as bad as I thought.
Yay! We're worse, actually. Marion, I hate doing this to you. Huh?
I suppose.
I judged you without really knowing you. I thought you were self-absorbed since you're the drum major. I thought you didn't care about anyone but yourself.
It sounds like you're describing last year's drum major.
Ugh.
Melody didn't care about the band. She cared about Melody. Mr. Savage only picked her because she was popular and flirted with him, if you ask me.
No one can say for sure, but I told myself when Mr. Wiley picked me that I wouldn't follow her down that path. I didn't try out for drum major to get a popularity boost. I want to do everything I can to help the band get better. So, if I came off like Melody Jr. to you, I'm sorry.
No. If anything, it was my own mistaken preconception. I apologize for that.
Apology accepted.
So, friends?
I would love to be joyful about this, but I cannot. Because of the circumstances that be. Oh, man. I try to hold back my surprise. You want to be friends, even though I'm dating your ex?
Trust me, there are absolutely no hard feelings there. None whatsoever. Doug wasn't my type, and I'm glad the two of you are happy together.
Okay. I'm so curious how that ended. I see. Thank you, Marion.
I mean, physically, he was totally my type. But mentally, just no.
Ah.
Now that I think about it, I'm glad he's with you. Now that he's off limits, I have a reason to stop checking him out.
Oh, so much information has been shared.
Doug tends to pull you in. He's got the gravitational pull of Jupiter.
Jupiter! Shoot! I should be helping on the field. See you later!
Have fun.
Good luck. And thanks for the water.
Back on the field, I wander through the ranks of the band, making sure everything looks good while band members find their dots. Hey, how are you? Hey, Pop-Tart. How's it going? Need any help?
Thank you.
I'm doing well.
Pop-Tart!
Hey, you shouldn't be talking! I pull a sour face and roll my eyes at Pop-Tart. He stifles a chuckle. Okay, well, let me know if you need anything. I feel like I need to pay him back somehow for keeping our secret. Hey, what did I just say? I'm going. It's a productive practice, but no one enjoys it. We're all relieved when Mr. Wiley lets us go for lunch. I'm shocked he let you go for lunch. I'm packing up the stuff on my podium when I spot Doug bounding across the field to where the pit is sprawled on the sideline.
Are you okay?
Despite their fatigue, the pit always perks up at the sight of Doug. He checks over his old section, face full of concern. Apparently, I'm not the only one suffering from guilt. I step down from my podium and walk over.
Go away.
We're fine. Leave us alone. Are you sure? Do you need some water? I told you we're fine.
Aw, Mom, stop trying to chase away Uncle Doug all the time. Uncle Doug?
Last year, I was Daddy Doug, when Mom and I were...
Oof. That's wonderful.
Don't remind me.
Yeah. Now Doug is more like our cool uncle who comes to visit us sometimes.
Yes. He comes over, eats all our food, then lumbers back to where he came from. Now, why don't you lumber on over to the dining hall for break so the rest of us can have some peace and quiet?
Doug looks a bit disappointed, but he doesn't argue.
Okay.
See you guys later. Take care of yourselves.
You ready?
You coming, Cadence? Let's lumber to the dining hall together.
Yes. Let us lumber. I wind up eating with the drumline again.
Man.
I know, it's me.
You again?
Me again.
You and Doug must be more serious than we thought.
This is only our second day together.
Oh yeah.
Happy 2-day anniversary, my little chocolate cannoli. Doug, we thought you preferred men.
Yeah, what happened to your college boyfriend?
What?
He didn't tell you, Cadence?
Scandalous.
Heyo.
I told you guys that was an accident. I thought he wanted to shoot some hoops.
Uh-huh. The more I learn, the more stupefied I am.
Are you talking about the guy who visited your ice cream truck every day?
Oh, yeah. Funny story.
Jack was my #1 customer.
Of course his name would be Jack, wouldn't it? Jack, wait your turn! Don't invade other games! Go away!
The one time I came by, he was saying to Doug, "You're so hot, I'm surprised all that ice cream doesn't melt with you in there." Wonder how long it took him to come up with that line. I thought he was complimenting the truck's coolers. Ooh, Jack's got game.
Too bad Doug's a moron.
Just so you know, Doug, you probably shouldn't have called him your #1 customer every time he came by. Shouting that he looked hot and he should buy an ice cream to cool down probably didn't help matters either.
I could see why Jack may have had some mixed signals there.
It's called sales tactics.
Whoa, back up the truck, Doug. Tell me the story.
Jack asked if I wanted to hang, so I said yeah. You look like a basketball kind of guy, so let's shoot some hoops sometime. So we did. It was pretty fun. Afterwards, he was like, "You down to grab a drink?" And I said, "I am so down. 'Cause you always gotta hydrate after a tough workout, you know." So we walked to some restaurant. Looking back, I guess it was actually a bar.
Oh my god.
A guy at the door asked for some ID, so I gave him my student ID and he started laughing at me. Then Jack goes, "Wait, how old are you? What school do you go to?" I said, "Blue Mountain High School," and Jack just took off. He never came back to the ice cream truck after that day. I didn't know it was a date. You gotta communicate. You gotta use the D word.
Uh-huh. What?
How else am I supposed to know it's a date? He didn't know until he told us the story and we enlightened him.
Well, I'd say I can't believe it, but since it's you, Doug, I can.
You know what that means, Cadence? Doug is gonna dump your ass once Jack comes back into his life.
Sucks for you.
Hey,
Don't talk to her that way.
You mad 'cause he's right?
that's enough.
I don't care if you give me a hard time, but leave Cadence alone.
Thank you, Doug.
Make us.
You won't.
Whoa, things are getting heated all of a sudden. Aaron also looks unimpressed. Doug, it's okay. They're just being idiots like always.
I don't like idiots.
Aaron, how do you manage to look even more angry and unhinged than I thought you already looked? Now you have no eyes. I thought the dark golden eyes was scary enough. Now you have no eyes. Oh. What is that chill I feel? The air seems to have turned cold.
Whoa, we were just joking, Doug.
Bro!
Yeah, sorry, bro.
Huh?
Don't apologize to me. Apologize to Cadence.
Yeah?
That's right. She's your drum major. Show her the same respect you would show me.
Damn. Thanks, Aaron.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, Cadence.
I looked at Aaron wonderingly. How do you even get them to show you respect in the first place?
Like most people, you have to earn their respect.
Despite everything I do for the band, I still haven't earned it. I sigh inwardly.
Oh, man.
I sure am thick sometimes, aren't I, Cadence? I can't believe I accidentally went out with some random college guy. Can you?
It is kind of funny. It definitely makes for a good story.
Right?
Alright, we're starting to see like a little bit of Cadence's insecurities again. Just a little scratch there. We're all together for rehearsal today. All except for the pit, who are clearly absent. I don't know where they are. Maybe Mr. Wiley is making them search in vain for the instruments. Or they've joined Garth. I run most of the practice. When we're 15 minutes from the end, Mr. Wiley takes my place on the podium.
If you have your music out, put it away. Turn your stands around and get up. We're running the show.
Why are we running it now? I let Mr. Wiley take the reins for 10 minutes. The band plays straight through the show. At the end...
Hold it.
Not everyone is playing.
Uh-oh. There's a long silence. No one dares to break it.
Remember our little exercise on Saturday? I thought that would be incentive enough for everyone to buckle down and memorize their music, but no. We remain glued to the spot that we were in a few days ago. Stuck. Not getting better. I've got it. What we need is a new incentive.
Oh boy.
And here it is. If everyone in the band has all of their music memorized by Friday, I will dye my hair an outrageous color.
Whoa.
Interesting.
No way! That's gonna be hilarious!
Pop-Tart!
You'd better memorize your music, Pop-Tart.
I'm not finished. If you don't have your music memorized by Friday, you will get your hair dyed.
Huh?
All of us?
Not fair.
That's child abuse!
No. Just the ones who don't have their music memorized.
Okay, you know what? I think that's fair. I don't say that often about Mr. Wiley, but I'll say that's fair. I think Pop-Tart just saw his life flash before his eyes. Look at that face! Oh. What would be an outrageous color for Pop-Tart? His hair is already white. Hot pink? Lime green? Okay. Hey, I got 2 of them. Pink, orange, and green. Oh, orange would look awful on Pop-Tart. Pink, I think... Well, I don't know. Green, he'll look like a Christmas boy. Orange will clash with his red eyes. The pink will also clash with his red eyes, so none of these are great. Good luck, Pop-Tart.
Colors are pink, orange, and green. If you're too lazy or inept to memorize your music, start thinking about which one you'd like.
It's all good.
No way. We're gonna do it, right, band? So we can dye Mr. Wiley's hair pink.
I doubt that's going to happen, but you know what? I'd much rather it did than didn't. And you know what? While you're at it, show up for practice on time. We haven't had a single rehearsal this week without a butthead. See you all for evening rehearsal.
He'd rather have his hair dyed pink just so the band will memorize their music? He really does care. But I'm not so sure about that last part. It seems cruel to dye someone's hair just because they're struggling with one aspect of marching band.
Cadence! What do you think about,
Aaron and the rest of the drum line surround Doug.
emergency sectional, Doug? We're going.
Ah!
No! Cadence, save me!
They drag him away. I follow along, partially amused.
Listen up, Battery. It's time for a pop quiz. Whoever doesn't have everything memorized at this point will be punished.
Huh? He doesn't have the authority to punish anyone. He is kind of scary, though.
Don't disappoint me.
We'll start with the snares and end with the bass drums.
I decide to hang out while the drumline does their thing. I sit in the grass, listening to them go through the show piece by piece. I can't help but feel nervous when it comes Doug's time to perform. I see him look my way before he begins. He appears anxious. And why shouldn't he be? This is the guy who can't remember names for the life of him. The guy who always gets called out by the band director whenever he misses a beat. But I can't show my misgivings. I've got to support my boyfriend. Right? Given the determined anime nod. No, we gotta go full shout. Always. Go, Doug! You got this! He turns away, focusing on his drum, mouth set in a thin line. Aaron watches him with judgment in his eyes. I take a deep breath and hope for the best. Doug totally winds up, nailing it. The entire drumline does. Wow, they're super impressive under Aaron's instruction. He is indeed a worthy leader. I leap to my feet and applaud as Jupiter draws to a close. Bravo! When their sectional is over, I run up to Doug as he sets his heavy bass drum on the ground with a huge sigh of relief. Congratulations, Doug! You've come such a long way. I'm so proud! I hug him and he returns it, pressing my face into his chest and squeezing the air from my lungs.
I didn't even know I had it memorized. I guess I've done it so many times it comes to me without really thinking about it. Now I just need to get my marching down. Huh?
Yo.
You're choking her. Oh! I'm sorry!
It's fine. You're so strong. Phew.
Are you okay?
Yeah, just needed to catch my breath. Phew. That was a close one. Those pecs almost suffocated me. Death by peck. Congratulations to the rest of you as well. The drumline is amazing.
We know.
We're the best! If the rest of the band pulls their weight, Wiley's hair will be pink by the end of the week.
Oh yeah.
Let's go eat. Practice is in less than an hour.
It's another rowdy meal with the drumline. I should make a point to sit with Susie tomorrow. While I'm headed back to the buffet for dessert, I run into a familiar face. Oh, hey Marion. How's your evening going? Terrible! Wah! Oh my. Mama Bear came out. I hate everyone! I hate everything! And here I thought we were becoming friends. I'm so sorry for asking. You will be!
Hey!
What? What? Oh! I was wondering what was going on with your cheeks. Who? Like, the cheeks on the Marion on the right, it's kind of like Sabrina's? But, okay, I have questions. Ugh.
I thought I told you to take that off.
It is Sabrina! I'm like, wait, the cheeks? Make me. Oh no, Doug. Doug's gonna like short circuit. Why is there a Marion double outfit? I'm so confused. Marion, do you even look like that? Or are you also wearing a costume?
Hey Cadence, want me to make you a sundae? I call it Doug's Delicious Double Scoop Deluxe Dessert, or the Big D for short.
The Big D, huh? That's what you went with. Mm-hmm.
Did I get another concussion?
No, Doug, you're seeing double because my sister is a pest. She's your sister? I can't with this root. What is happening? There's been too many reveals. Sabrina's your sister? You dated Doug? Marion, I had no idea. You were such a colorful character. I'm... Interesting. Very interesting. I agree. Sabrina is the worst. Now that I think about it, I'm curious. Which of you is the older twin? You're twins. You're twins. Man, it's amazing. I never would have got that. I need to see Sabrina in her normal outfit so I can, like, look at her face again.
It doesn't matter who is older.
So Sabrina is the older twin. Yeah, I was gonna say, whoever's like, it doesn't matter, they're the younger twin.
I'm going to ask out half the guys in the band and get you tons of boyfriends, Mari.
Ugh!
You'd better not! Remember what happened last time you did that! Sabrina scuttles out of the cafeteria with Marion hot on her trail, leaving Doug and I to our quest for dessert.
So, you want to try the Big D?
What?
Doug's delicious double scoop deluxe dessert.
Oh. You know what? Make it a triple.
Oh yeah.
Hope you like sprinkles.
Sure. I don't know if I'm going to recover from that. All too soon, we're back on the field in the miserable heat for another miserable practice with miserable Mr. Wiley. He spends half the practice pacing back and forth and mumbling to himself. Yeah, it's fine.
Still no pit. What on earth am I going to do? What will the school say? We don't have the funds to replace all of those instruments. Sweet Jesus, this is something straight out of the Tale of the Rogue Band Parent.
Sir?
You wouldn't happen to know anything about this, would you, Cadence?
I've never heard that story.
No. I mean, you don't have any suspicions as to who might have made off with our pit instruments.
Oh, no. No idea, sir.
Maybe the pit did it to get out of practicing.
I highly doubt that. Especially with what you've been making them do.
I swear I will get to the bottom of this. This isn't over yet. I'm not giving up.
He goes to run practice, leaving me with a heavy feeling in my gut.
Trombones, are you sure this form is correct?
He hasn't yelled at us yet. Maybe we're right.
Everyone, please. Let's try to keep talking to a minimum. I don't want to risk another blow-up. I look to where the pit is running laps once again. Their leg muscles are going to be ripped by the time this week is over. That's it for announcements. Everyone have a good night. The band trudges wearily back in the direction of the lodge.
Hey.
Yo,
What's up?
we didn't get to hang out much today. Wanna go chill by the lake?
My heart leaps. Oh! You and me? Right now?
Yeah, if you're not too tired.
The lake, though. I grimace, thinking of the pit instruments.
We can go somewhere else if you want.
No, the lake is fine. Let's go. As we're leaving the field, we spot someone hanging out near the porta potties.
Hey, have either of you seen Marion?
Oh no, did Sabrina flirt with Alex and now Alex thinks he has a chance with Marion? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, she's right over there.
Marion!
What do you want? Hey.
I knew it. You know, on reflection, I feel like Sabrina and Peter would actually be a good couple. On reflection, I'm like, you know, I can see that working.
What happened to our date?
Ugh. Are you kidding me?
Sabrina, I am going to murder you! She charges off, leaving behind a very confused Alex. Let's go, Doug. So, Doug, how long are you going to wear that mask? Twin Day is over.
Sorry, Cadence. I can't take it off.
What?
I went to take it off at the end of practice, but it really hurt. It felt like I was ripping my skin off. But hey, maybe it's not so bad. People might think I'm a superhero. And tomorrow's Hero Day, right? Just gotta look on the bright side.
Doug, you are not wearing a decal on your face for the rest of your life. Here, let me help you. I reach for him and he flinches.
Please don't rip it off. It hurts.
Boys have such a low pain tolerance.
Please, Cadence. Please just leave it alone. maybe it'll fall off by itself.
Doug, I promise I'll be gentle.
Mm,
Don't you trust me?
I do.
Then let me handle it.
He leans down, still looking a little bit nervous. I peer into his eyes reassuringly and place my hands at each corner of his mask.
It's time to find out what face lies beneath the mask.
When you put it like that, it's almost kind of romantic.
Oh my god. No! No! Why? In what universe do you do this? Don't do that to anyone ever! That is so awful. After you promise? Don't. Oh god, this is the worst choice in video games. This is worse than the stepping on the donut and staring into his soul. Oh lord. I hate that I'm gonna have to hit that option on a bad ending. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, you're spared this fate this night, Doug. Thankfully. Ugh. Good grief. I'm horrified. I peel the decal off slowly and gently, rubbing my fingers on the red skin underneath to stifle the pain. Doug grimaces, but doesn't pull away. I'm surprised he didn't think, like, I don't know, wash your face in water, stick your face in the lake, try to, like, I don't know, loosen it somehow, but I guess this works. 30 seconds later, the mask is in my hands, and Doug's true identity is laid bare for all to see.
Phew.
I don't know what I'd do without you, Cadence.
I tenderly place a hand on his cheek and smile. You'd be wearing a freaking decal on your face for the rest of your life, that's what. Doug covers my hand with his.
You're right. Thanks a lot for taking care of it. You really are the French fries to my milkshake.
You're welcome, Chicken Nugget. Let's only use decals on drums from now on, okay?
It's a deal.
I love that they call each other food-related nicknames. That's great. We sit down on the grassy bank and admire the moonlit surface of the water. It's a peaceful scene, but I do not feel peaceful at all. I wonder if the instruments are still out there.
Why wouldn't they be? You think they got eaten by fish?
No, I'm just paranoid. It feels like something that happened in a dream. Or, more accurately, a nightmare.
You need to keep a positive attitude. One day we'll look back at this and laugh.
The day we can laugh about all this feels very far away.
I'm telling you, Cadence. It's all about the memories you make.
The memories? I tear my eyes away from the lake and look at Doug. He's smiling out across the water, its shimmering surface reflected in his eyes.
That's what we take with us when this is all over. We'll all eventually move on to new places, but we'll always carry the memories we made together in our hearts.
Huh? This got so much deeper than I was expecting. Yeah, I almost feel like there's a hidden meaning behind it. I might be paranoid because of what kind of game this is, but I'm like... Is that a hint to what's happening? The dream nightmare stuff?
No matter what happens, you gotta grab the bear by the teeth and live each day to the fullest.
You mean grab the bull by the horns?
You can grab whatever animal you want, so long as you make sure you're living your life. Kinda ironic, coming from the guy with the worst memory in the band, huh?
His grin widens, and I feel myself beginning to smile too. You're right. I think we will laugh about this one day. But first, we have to survive band camp.
Easy peasy. There are only 3 days left after all. Then we get to go home.
With a happy sigh, Doug casually leans against me. I do the same, resting my head against his shoulder. Despite our circumstances, despite being out here in the middle of the night, I feel so safe when I'm with Doug. What's the first thing you're going to do when we get home?
Give my mom a hug. But I'd like to take you out on a date before school starts if you're not busy.
I grin in anticipation. Where will you be taking me?
Everywhere.
Ooh, one for spontaneity, are you?
I'll let my heart lead the way. Most likely it will lead us to ice cream. What about yours?
Ice cream sounds pretty good to me. I could go for a refreshing scoop of mint chocolate chip right now. Which flavor is your favorite?
All of them.
He rests his arm around my shoulders, and for a few minutes we just sit in silence, enjoying one another's company. His muscular body radiates heat, and I can't help but lean into his warmth to escape the chill night air. Like this, I can almost forget our horrible secret. As if reading my thoughts, Doug breaks the silence.
Cadence, I'm sure everything is gonna be fine.
Trust me.
When he says it with such confidence, I can't help but believe him. It seems too soon when we bid each other good night and head back to our rooms. As I close my eyes and surrender myself to sleep, in my head I'm still sitting by the lake with Doug, enfolded in his warmth.